We actually wrote this blog mainly because we had people we were talking to in the industry that were super frustrated with the state of identity in their clouds. So we would run these cloud identity diagnostics, and we would come in and we would say, you have, let's say, 20,000 identities that aren't even used. If you want to break your lateral movement paths, you should delete those first. That's going to be the easiest solution. And people are like, wow, we didn't even know, right? And so we found that everyone would come talking to us with like these really complex identity problems. We want to get to least privilege. We want to put perfect policies on anything. We want to basically automate the developers getting the code right as they come in and all this stuff. And we would look at them and say, but that's not where you should actually start. You should start by saying, you have a lot of administrative accounts in your cloud. Some of them are not used. You need to basically say which administrative accounts are break glass, they're not used, but they're supposed to be there, and which ones are stale and need to be removed. And you need to do that first before you do anything else. If you do that, then we now know the unused identities that are supposed to be there. And what that means is now when you look at the 20,000 identities that are completely unused, you can delete them with automation because you know that they're not supposed to be there and they're unused. Great. That actually will break huge numbers of lateral movement chains. And it will remove a whole bunch of work you were supposed to do for least privilege because now those are at least privilege. They don't exist anymore. And what that leaves you with is when you then build your least privilege, the amount of work you have to do is far less. And when you fix the least privilege, most of the lateral movement chains will break. And then you'll be at the point where you're actually in a huge improvement over where you were maybe as much as just a couple months ago if you do this work right and get it done.